Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to take a look at AEOS. I think that AEOS is going to be a pretty nice dodging support type character. She's a character we at least will be able to get, I think, some decent value out of. This video right here, we're going to do a 50, well, I'm going to Dokkan Awaken her. Gonna get her to 55%, use her in the world, the universe, world tree, Goku video. But this eventually, we're gonna come back, we're gonna rainbow her, and then we're gonna take a look at her at max links, rainbowed, all the good stuff. We'll see how good she is. I think that, with her support and dodging and healing and abilities and stuff like that, she's interesting for sure. Alrighty, guys, we're back for another one of these heroes characters. Let's go ahead and rainbow AEOS now. So AEOS has one job and one job only, dodging. As long as she's dodging, she is actually doing her job because she's a dodging support type character. She's one of these characters that gets dodge, like plus 10 dodge chance every time she dodges. So, I mean, there's no way. It's not like you dodge and it tells you, like, was this the hypo dodge or her built-in dodge? But a character like this, it really matters, maybe more than any other, to give them the dodge, because she only has a 50% chance to dodge at the start of turn. Imagine that fails, your hypo dodge procs. Now she has a 60% dodge. Then imagine your second dodge fails as well, but hypo dodge kicks in again, and then now she's got 70% dodge and you're off to the races, right? So easily, this is exactly what you want to go with. She is an INT character as well, which means we're able to get her above 30 dodge, which obviously is very nice in the potential system right here. So let's see how AEOS is going to look. Max links, just like this. Alright guys, we are here in an event. We've got our girl AEOS, who I think, again, should be pretty good. But, I mean, she is going to be your, very obvious dodge or die character. I mean, I totally get, like, dodge or die characters can be very unfun, 100%. Like, even I'm on board with this, right? But, I mean, as events get harder, like, we could look at Gogeta and Janemba as an example. There is so few characters who could outright tank in there that characters like AEOS or Xenopan kind of become a bit of a necessity, right? Okay, so let's just go ahead and go through this first turn. And then we can talk about her abilities on the next turn right here. We're just running her on the Dragon Ball Hero team. Here is what we've got in terms of the 200% leader skills for AEOS. Now, I would, again, remind you guys, we can run characters off of the 200%, which I typically do. But, I like to focus on 200% leader skills if we can. So this is what AEOS has, which, I mean, this is really not too good. Could we build a good Realm of Gods team with Zamasu? Maybe we could. Maybe we could. We could run around Fusion Zamasu. It's iffy because he's a Big Bad Boss's character. So, I mean, you guys know it's like the image you'd have of Zamasu in your mind's eye would be him with Big Bad Bosses up, right? So AEOS's link set here, we have Telekinesis, More Than Meets the Eye, Solid Support, Cold Judgment, Master of Magic, Godly Power, Fierce Battle. It's mostly a mess. I mean, we would be able to get Master of Magic with Demigirl, but I actually kind of want to float him off right here. And I want to get AEOS kind of in harm's way. Let her get some dodges off. So every time AEOS dodges, by the way, she starts with a high chance to dodge. Every dodge, she gets a 10% chance to dodge within the turn. But what kind of, I think, brings her down a little bit. So, like, by that point, she's really good. But what brings her down a little bit is that, okay, so UI Goku, turn 1, he's at 100% dodge. Then turn 2, he starts at 77% dodge as he's building up, right? AEOS starts at 50% dodge, though, which makes a significant difference. It's not, just through my time playing the game, it makes a huge difference being 50% dodge or 70% dodge. So, like, I do think that's relevant with people mentioning that, like, oh, she's only at 50% chance to dodge as opposed to 70. Like, that's a legit criticism for sure. Because, like, with that what's the danger to AEOS is going to be the very first initial attacks coming in on it, right? Those are going to be the scary ones we're going to have to deal with. All right, guys, so here we are on our next rotation. Turn 1 was so far so good for AEOS. I kind of would like to get her in the middle spot right here, just, because this is kind of a nice setup for her with a lot of links up, which we could take advantage of. Xenopan probably is going to be a little bit more effective here, too, in terms of, like, actually, like, dodging a little bit at the start. I mean, just because, again, she has that 70% chance to dodge right away. Let's just quickly go over AEOS's passive. I think AEOS is going to have some value in that we can actually go ahead and run her, right? Like I think potentially even off of the heroes team, depending upon the situation. All right, so AEOS here is rocking 120% attack and defense at the start of turn, 120% defense when receiving an attack. I think that should... I always get this one a little bit mixed up, but that should be like Fusion Zamasu, right? So she should be getting that defense like as soon as the attack actually comes in. I believe so. Then she gets another 120% defense if there's a crossover ally in the same turn. And when receiving an attack, another 120% defense. So, I mean, that's, like, she's getting a lot of defense when she's actually hit or targeted, which is interesting there. And then she does lower all enemies' attack and defense by 20% and has a 30% chance to stun enemies at the start of turn. So that, I mean, can be pretty interesting for Super Battle Royale, Battlefield type things. I still think the Heroes team or Peppy Gals would be great to take down Battlefield Metal Cooler. Remember, AEOS is not Peppy Gals. I do wish the category was just girls instead, so characters like her and Pan and stuff like that could be on there, and it's just like a female warrior team. I think would be a much better way to go about it. It would certainly be good, but I think AEOS could be good in Battlefield there. Then she's got the high chance to dodge I referenced, and she gets 10% dodge within the turn and 60% attack up to 240% with each attack dodge. Now, the attack is like a permanent buildup, and then the dodge is just within the turn, right? Then she gives all allies 2 key 40% attack and defense, and an additional 1 key and 24% attack and defense for crossover characters. And then she recovers 24% HP at the end of the turn in which an attack was received. All right, so we'll leave her in this middle slot. And let's go ahead and see how, like, what some of these stats are going to be like. So we're not going to be able to see what her defense looks like. I think, like, in a situation like this, like, she's easily crossing, like, 1,000,000 defense, which in a lot of situations can be good. I mean, obviously the scariest boss normals from, like, Bulma and Goku and Frieza and stuff like that can be still very scary. I mean, those are typically going to, like, unless you're talking at like some really defensive beast towards the end of those fights, it's gonna be dodge or die. Oh, phew, okay. Yeah, I've been having iffy luck. I mean, a lot of these heroes runs do end in death, so it does end in death quite a bit. Okay, there we go. Oh, hidden potential system additional normal. Yo, know how that goes. You know, it is what it is. Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay, sure. Thank you. There, yes, there we go. Let's get some supers, Fu. I'll probably do Fu's showcase next. We'll probably go ahead and take a look at him. I think, like, when we're gonna do the Goku... Oh, nice. Dude, there we go. 4 super turn, hidden potential system, additional super from Fu. Make sure you're saving that up for your showcase, buddy. I probably am gonna be using Fu for the Goku and Frieza run. AEOS is good, but... unfortunately, it's just, dude, that 17 and Golden Frieza fight, it just, like, dodge or die characters have got no shot in there. And, like, I know AEOS, you know, she could get to, you know, 1,000,000 plus defense and stuff like that, but 17 and Golden Frieza, they hit so hard, dude. Like, I think AEOS, like, we kind of need her. Ah, man, like, I wonder, like, when we go through there, are we going to maybe want to try and sell out with the blue Gokus? Try and have the blue Gokus just do as much damage as possible? I'm not sure. Against 17 and Golden Frieza rather than Goku and Frieza. It's going to be tricky. All right, let's get to this next turn. I want to see AEOS against Tech UI, obviously. All right, we're here on our next turn. We've taken a little bit of damage here, but we're going to be okay. Okay, so we have a lot of support characters on rotation right here. We will be able to maximize links and stuff like that, but I think I do kind of want to get her in this spot. What I would love to see, so she gets that heal too when receiving an attack. So the you know, last couple of things, part of her passive, right? She gives all allies 2 key 40% attack and defense, and then the 1 key 24% attack and defense for crossover characters, which obviously is super good. And then recover 24% HP at the end of the turn in which an attack was received. Is that the same thing as Tech Zamasu, where the second, or Selmax, right? The second they're targeted, it triggers? I would love, because we would be able to see right here where our HP is, right? And then next turn, at Goku, Demigra, and Fu, none of them are going to just directly give us HP as soon as the turn starts, right? So I'm very curious to see this. Like if AEOS dodges everything, does the heal trigger? Dodge everything, AEOS, please, 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 please. Okay, good. Perfect, yeah. And I really do. I could not emphasize enough how I think, like, on a character like her, AJLUI, Harudagarn, it is essential to go full dodge. Like, you must, because it's like, the bosses have that exact window the first time you're hit. It's like, there's no way to tell what triggers her, you know, the passive dodge or the hidden potential system. But all you would need, especially on, you know, these types of characters, again, Harudagarn, AJLUI, AEOS right here, you know, her 50% dodge fails, hidden potential system dodge triggers, and then now she has a 60% dodge for the rest, and you get that, and then boom, you're off to the races. So I cannot emphasize enough how important it is for AEOS. Let's watch her HP down here. It did, wait, it didn't, right? It didn't. So she has to get hit. Oh shit, my brain is right. Yeah, it didn't. So she has to get hit, right? I mean, I'll double check the footage. We saw it right there, but so I think she does actually have to get directly hit in order for her heal to proc. Okay, that's a little unfortunate there. All right, let's go to our next turn here. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get this rotation right here. Then after this, I do want to try and get her passive to proc, where we can, here, let's just go and throw Blue Goku's active out. Oh, the animations are on. Well, we can watch it, whatever. I do want to try and get her passive to proc, so we'll go probably to, like, the Super Saiyan 3 Broly Dokkan event. So we could just see her, you know, with those debuffs kind of, like, activate. Like, I do want to show all these abilities, that you know, AEOS has got here. I do like her. Like, I think she's solid. I think, like, if we wanted to make her a little bit better, I don't really mind, like, the crossover stuff or anything like that with her. Not really a problem. What I would have really liked for AEOS is for that 50% dodge to just be 70%. I think if we had that, like, that would be huge for her. It really would. It's not something small harping on. By the way, we have 481,000 HP, by the way. Okay. You know what? Why? It's because we don't have many of the EZA characters. It's like the EZA characters have, like, you know, much better stat spreads. I feel like I haven't really been in these character showcases so far, I haven't really been talking a lot about how bad their stats are. Again, all these heroes characters, another hidden potential system, additional normal, right? Yep, but apparently I make up how bad the additional luck is, apparently. She dodged it, though. Good. Okay. Yep. Perfect. Okay. Well, at least here in the showcase, the dodges are triggering nonstop. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, Tech UI Goku has a tendency to do that. Okay, yeah, let's go to the Super Saiyan 3 Broly Dokkan event and try and show some of AEOS's debuffs. So, again, just by showing up, she'll lower enemy attack and defense by 24%. Very strong. Super Battle Road and Battlefield. Those types of fights. And then she has a 30% chance to stun all enemies at the start of turn. Now, getting back to that Battlefield Middle Cooler point, remember, the strat to him is to stun him and seal him because he could super like 7 times per turn. But the problem with that is that he can dodge. So, like, you could try and stun and seal him all day long, and he could theoretically just dodge everything, which a lot of times he does dodge quite a bit. But what you can do is AEOS's stun is immediate. So, Metal Cooler, like, if it triggers, Metal Cooler can't dodge that, which is good. And then AEOS, last thing I want to talk about, and then we'll skip on over. AEOS's super attack effect right here is pretty good. 30% attack and defense, supreme damage, and then she seals. Again, very strong for Battlefield. So I do look at her as a decent character. Some of these heroes characters I'm definitely going to add to my Battlefield roster. I mean, they're at least good enough to run, so that's good. So, all right, let's head on over there now. All right, guys, so here we have another turn. So we have AEOS. Now we could see that, this is the first turn against Paragus and Broly. We have the debuffs active, but we could see that they are not stunned, so her stun did not proc. I would like to probably chill here for a bit, just to get the stun to connect, and then we could finish up. So yeah, I think AEOS would be pretty solid. We'll be able to use her in fights. She certainly will be very good. Oh, well, yeah, see, that's not good. That would be death if we were, like I was literally about to say I could use her in Gogeta and Janemba in those fights for sure, but hit a potential system to show normal. It's what, like the 70th of the video for her? Thank you, AEOS, so much. I appreciate it, Angel. Thank you. Just additional normal every time. I mean, I don't know, her getting additional supers isn't even the biggest deal, though. It's not like she's not stacking anything. The 30% defense is nice, but I can't imagine there's going to be a lot of situations where she would get an additional super and it would do very much towards contributing to winning, right? Like, I probably the best example of, like, an additional super doing something for her would be something where we would kill an enemy and then she gets an additional and then she would, like, seal the next enemy or something like that. All right, so yeah, let's just come back next turn. I might just, just play through the event after a little bit until we actually get the stun to proc, just to show it, and then we can finish up. Yes, chat, here we go. Wait, no. No! It was someone else stunned Broly last turn. God damn it. Because wait, who stunned? It was Fu, wasn't it? Fu stuns. God damn it. Okay. Well, I would like to still show this. By the way, AEOS is going to link up really well with the Supreme Kai of Time. AEOS has one of these transformations too, by the way. Looks like, unfortunately, we're just never going to get it in Dokkan, which kind of sucks, but, yeah. Okay. All right, anyway, let's just, get another turn with AEOS here. I just want to come back, I think, once we are fully ready, to see, Paragus and Broly stunned, just to show the ability, and then, yeah, we'll be done. So, all right, let's just see, like, some of the stats that AEOS gets. Looks like when she was fully built up, we did have her fully built up in that first run, right? Once she was built up, she was up to around, like, a 9 million attack stat. Because, remember, she's going to build up some damage with each dodge and stuff like that. All right, perfect. There's that. Sure. All right, yeah, let's come back once her stun procs. All right, guys, here we go. So we got AEOS's proc right here. We could see both Paragus and Broly are stunned. So, again, that could be very, very good going into the whatchamacallit fight. How many dodges do we have with AEOS right here? So we have 3 dodges, and we need to get up to how much in order for her to be fully built up? We need 4 dodges. It's 4 dodges to get her full. Oh, yeah, we definitely did have that earlier. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, so let me know what you guys think of AEOS. I think she's fine. I think she's fine. If there's the one thing to buffer on, it would be to bring her initial dodge chance up to 70. I mean, that would definitely make her very good, where she does 1 dodge, and then all of a sudden she's up to 80% dodge. Like, that would make her very good, but watch this. Who cares? Just make her really good. All right, guys, I just wanted to get one more run in right here. I did want to have AEOS linked with Supreme Kai of Time, having almost all of our links activated. We do need to get 1 dodge for her to be fully built up, but we'll be able to get that just, well, as long as she dodges this first hit by Broly right here, we're going to have her fully built up, and we could see her, fully built up plus next to Supreme Kai of Time. She procced her stun. Damn it. All right, I do want to show that. Let me... all right. Let's just show AEOS fully built up, so, with her 4 dodges, just next to Supreme Kai of Time. All right, guys, took us a little bit to get here, but we're good. We've got our dodges. We got everything looking good. Looks like Zamasu is stunned, so we can put Supreme Kai of Time right there. So let's just see what AEOS's damage looks like right here, fully built up, with a hefty amount of support on rotation and stuff like that. And then we can finish up right here after this. So, yeah, I mean, I think AEOS seems like a fine character. I don't hate the heroes characters this year, for sure, right? I think as a collective, I mean, their low stats truly do kill them. And, I mean, not having an overly... So we're over 10 million right there. Not having an overly elite god-level character does hurt the team a lot as well, right? Like, it's... You know, when you run these, you know, teams, it's like you're going to see, like, it's Tech Carnival Broly, Beast Gohan, AGL UI Goku, right? You know, INT LR Broly, right? Like, we're going to see a lot of characters like that, you know, that, like, are going to be able to dominate these fights. Heroes doesn't have one of those. And then they also have the low HP. That's kind of going to be the major issue for the Heroes characters when they're, you know, together. All right, guys, so there was AEOS. Let's go ahead and take a look at the girls' stats here. So this is Space Time Selector AEOS. Leader skill is the Realm of Gods, category key 3 and 130% to stats. Passive skill, AEOS' Grand Mission. She gets 120% attack and defense at the start of turn, 120% defense when receiving an attack, another 120% defense with her crossover ally on rotation, and when receiving an attack, she gets another 120% defense. At the start of turn, she lowers all enemy attack and defense by 24%, and then she has a 30% chance to stun all enemies at the start of turn. Can be very good for Battlefield Metal Cooler in particular, who, again, the strategy to beat him is to stun and seal him and debuff him, but he can dodge. So he can dodge your attacks that debuff him, but he cannot dodge, you know, just the start of turn, you know, stuff that she could do. Then she has a high chance to dodge. This is the negative about her. If that was a 70% chance to dodge rather than 50%, she would be, it would make a big difference. And then she gets an extra 10% chance to dodge within the same turn with every attack dodged. And then she builds up 60% attack up to a maximum of 240% with each attack dodge. That part is a permanent buff. Then she gives all allies 2 key and 40% attack and defense, and then an additional 1 key and 24% attack and defense for crossover category characters. Then she recovers 24% HP at the end of the turn in which an attack was received. Then her super attack, Time Destruction. She gets 30% attack and defense, and then supreme damage, and then she seals the enemy super. Again, also good for, you know, Battlefield, Super Battle Road situations. Her link set is Telekinesis, More Than Meets the Eye, Solid Support, Cold Judgment, Master of Magic, Godly Power, and Fierce Battle. Not really the greatest. She's got a lot of stinker links. I mean, there's some characters here who are not, like, super bad. I mean, if we're on Realm of Gods and we have Standby Jiren out, I mean, he's certainly effective. I mean, maybe, like, Dark King Fu, we could use a little bit on, like, the Heroes theme. Obviously, Demigra's pretty good, but, yeah, I mean, her links are not really too good. Again, 150% 12 key. They've all pretty much got this. All of them have had this so far. Okay. I mean, that's normally, like, banner units, right? Like, we just pull up Angela and Metamacha. They're at 140%. That's what banner units are typically at. And keep in mind our stats, right? If you look at their stats, it's going to be very close to, like, the stats of these Heroes characters. So, like, the Heroes characters are sort of treated like banner units, right? Kinda. You guys get what I'm saying. Here's her 200% leader skills. It's not really the greatest. I mean, it's because that sort of Hope Trunks Time Traveler team is not good. And then, you know, 6 of these are Heroes leader skills. The only like, Heroes leader skills she's got, 200%, are Zamasu and Trunks, right? Okay. And then finally, looking at AEOS's categories here. So she is, of course, on the Realm of Gods category team. More units to that is always awesome. She's also over here on the Patara team. That's great. Getting more Patara characters. I'm definitely not upset about that. Then she's also on the Time Traveler category team as well. Very good. Cool, cool. She's also on the Dragon Ball Heroes team, which... So that's it, huh? This is the completion of the Dragon Ball Heroes category forever, I think. Very sad, very sad. Then, of course, here's the crossover team that she's on. And then finally, there is the Storied Figures. Yeah, she's on Storied Figures as well. Oh, okay. Could be useful. Maybe we could run her on, like, Fat Boost team or something like that. Yeah, we could. So, there we go. There's AEOS. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks, guys, for watching. Love y'all. And I'll catch you guys next time.